All right, what you see is me, and you see on the screen talks about does not fluctuate, all right, or the 29% rule. Let's go back in 1987, or a little bit before that too. I'm training Ken Yarborough. He was CID, President Nixon's bodyguard, and he became working for TRW. TRW was Thomas, Raymond, and Woolridge. They made bicycle parts in El Segundo, California, some of my stomping grounds. Then they got in the information business. It became Experian in '96. I'm the one who came up with the rules of the oldest credit card. I'm in the 29% rule. Your dashboards today say below 30. I'm going to show you exactly the way it was set up years ago so you can understand what it does, because most of you, sorry to say, you've been jacking up the card, getting stuck, and you kind of screw it up. And I don't want you to do that anymore. So if you took a picture right there of that, me holding cards, that would be good, because why? These fluctuate. You need to put a sticky on all cards. Why? Because we are like a bunch of dummies in the beginning. We don't understand. And unfortunately, you've been having the up and down show. So what happens is, if we put a sticky lock in the back of this card, it's a $50,000 card. Here's a $10,000 card, okay? At the $10,000 mark, I can only spend $2,900 on the card. If I max out the card or I drop it past 30%, my score drops, I get stuck, I can't get any more. That's what happens to all of us. We're measured by a number. Usually it's the SSN, SS4, and the Social Security number, and what the credit score. So we have to understand, these fluctuate. All cards do, but these two do not. So if we have an old blankety blank day, we pull these cards out because they're unlimited up to $1 million, and the paid overtime limit, POT, is about $100,000. So if we do this correctly, we never had to bring the pain home in the first place. I didn't have a home as a kid. I had to move 24 times. By the time I'm 11 and a half years old, it kind of sucked. So the reality is simple. I want you not to screw up like me, because of what happened, all this crazy crap. Now take a picture of the next page. I created something about 45 years ago called auto income. I didn't know any better to call it residual passive income. I didn't really care. I created a way to create money coming in automatically, and then the bills would be paid, and I get the difference between that. It's kind of like those silly people doing flippity-dippity in real estate, which is kind of a joke. Then you have to deal with that tenant and all the crazy crap. So I want you to think, taking a picture here. You see, there's your future. By the way, that's the thing you've been driving by all your life, and you didn't pay attention. Sorry to say, but it's true. Why didn't you buy that Jack in the Box you saw on the left-hand side the other day? Because the other side showed you a Wendy's restaurant. See, this is the thing. Somebody owns these things. Why not you? If you can't afford the whole thing, we buy a little piece. You see, it's called auto income the rest of your life. You're measured by numbers, and you're also measured by your income. Your lifestyle is your income base. So I'd like to convince you and show you exactly what I've done for 49 years, because I've been creating millionaires and billionaires. So is that all right with you? We get to play. That's a corporation with 9 divisions, 9 locations, 9 lines of credit. That creates $100,000 a month minimum, over $1 million in credit. I'm known as Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. I've built $60 billion of credit for me and my clients over the years. Here's about 40 million right here. We get to play the game. I'm an affiliate to 119 creditors, which means very simple, okay? If you allow me, I can add you to my dashboard, and I can get a card off my history for you, but it's not trade line crap, because that's a fraud. This is live credit, and you guys work together with me if you want to, and we have an agreement in between each other. Now what happens, simple. This is live. I'm usually live 6 days a week for the last 49 years, helping people like you all the time. Choice. Please don't take pictures or record in the beginning, because why? I think you take pictures of everything. It's like ridiculous. No, let's focus on what matters the most. All I can tell you, when I was 12 and a half years old, I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. I wrote that at the Torrance Library next to the Torrance Police Department. I was at the library almost every day. See it, believe it, go get it, because I'd set up my goals list, and I'd pray, and I'd go get it, and that's what I did. So I got my first million by the time I was 14 and a half, by the way. I drove my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half as well. There's me in 1981. I kicked the door jam when I was 10, the basketball hoop when I was 14 and a half at T-Weaker Junior High. Registered newspaper took a picture of me kicking the basketball hoop and said, "White boys can jump." Every time I hear some ding-dong say, "White man can't jump," it makes no sense to me. I hit the light that night with my head and my foot. If I can touch it, I can kick it. That's only 13 feet. Now let's understand something. I like goodies. But I learned when I was a little kid, because I'm a good listener. I'm 8.5 years old. I sold seeds, clackers. I mowed yards all weekend. I'm in the kitchen and I'm counting my $52. That devil's wife with the red eyes grabbed my money. So you're paying rent. I've been paying rent since I was 8.5 years old. Doesn't that suck? All right. But the reality is they get just used and abused me anyway. So that's this way it works. So what do? I went to the library. That was my best friend. Books. I-bonds. Write down I-bonds. E-bond, double E-bonds. Write down savings bonds. I had to learn to protect the money. I like goodies, but nothing's in my name because I'm not dumb enough to do that. I would never put something in my name because I just want to take it away. I got all kinds of mansions in Havasu, Big Bear, and Huntington Harbor too. And don't forget about Anaheim Hills and Yorba Linda. We get to play. Now, I created a system in 1976 called winning the game of business. All right, like I said, I had $1 million in the bank doing all kinds of stuff, but maybe you don't realize this. I was 16 years old. That's it. 16 and I'm a multimillionaire through the corporate structure. But it's the corporate structure, not me anyway. So if you listen and learn today, I can teach you to get to millionaire status, but you have to follow through. First, the next thing I want to do is create books for dummies. When I do something new, I feel stupid. I have to master it every time because it'll drive me nutty if I don't. So unfortunately, the books for dummies was taken. So the reality is I named it the Millionaire's Founders Kit. The Millionaire's Founders Kit has 12 books and CDs. It literally shows you every month how to master something. And after 1 year, you have 1,000 rules and tools, and you have the structure of a $1 million corporation. The first version came out 40 years ago. And everybody said, no, nobody's ready for that, Ray. But understand, it's called the Blueprint of Success. Well, I was lucky when I was a kid going to the first grade. I lived with Joanne. Joanne was never there, hardly ever. But she did wire Apollo 9, 11, and 13. She was a NASA engineer. Everything to her was a blueprint. So I thought everything came with a blueprint. And I couldn't find it most of the time, so I had to create it. So if you ever want to copy the Millionaire's Founders Kit, you can go to Amazon. You can download the books or whatever you need to be and buy it. And if you want a link or some CDs, you let me know. The next thing I want to do is help people. You see, what happened with you, because you play the up and down show with your personal credit, and you've been guessing most of your life, and half you have crappy credit anyway, because you don't really know what you're doing. I think it's called amateur hour. I'd like you to look in the mirror today and say you're fired to yourself, because you should fire you. Sorry, you did a lousy job, to be honest with you. If you would learn rules and tools, you would have never brought the pain in the first place. I would like to start the credit file for your kids, your grandkids. My system allows me, since 1987, to set up an instant credit file for Superior and Judgment and Equifax, personal or business or division process. So I'd like to start the file for the kids in high school and college, and I'd like to get them their first credit card. And if you want that, you can go to Amazon. Again, you can download that for free or pay $10 if you want a hard copy too. Or 800-254-9506. Now, here's a problem I got with most people when I see these things on basically social media. You've got 4 I found yesterday saying you need a Capital One secured card to start your credit file. I'm sorry, I don't like stupid, because what I'm seeing is stupid. Number one, as an affiliate, I can get a credit card with no file, period. If you don't want me to do it, you use OpenSky. OpenSky.com, there's no inquiry. You put $200 on the card, you spend $25. If you did Capital One secured, you get an inquiry. It's actually reversing. You're getting a negative and getting an inquiry, bringing your score down. You haven't got a score yet. In other words, you're screwing up. There's a lot of people on social media. All right, that doesn't mean they're right. Most of them are wrong anyway. A bunch of ding-dongs as far as I'm concerned. So if you'd like, again, scan it, take a picture, get a copy. Here you go for the library. You have literally at Amazon.com. Take a picture of that. You can get some of my books as well. How about become the bank? Okay? Buckets of money and tax balancing. So again, you can basically get to know me. I've been doing this for 49 years, by the way. It was kind of fun. So if you take that picture, you can scan it later today and get some of the books as well. It's going to be up to you. If you need a link and you want to watch some videos on some of the books, you let us know too. All right, or basically we can send you the CD as well. Now in 1987, here's what I did. I'm the guy who was training Ken Yarborough at security chief at TRW. I'm training him to do certain things that I need him to do. I created the oldest card is history and then the 29% rule. As this is the first dashboard, it was created in 87 for this purpose, it allowed a personal card, it allowed a personal credit file, spare, insurance, or Equifax, or business. So it let me load in SSN, SS4. So you can decide what you really want to do. What you should do is let me start files anyway. But what happens? This is on the behalf of a corporation, a division, or a person. But again, it's going to be up to you. That's been around since 1987. Not only do I own the rights to it, I'm the only one who can do it as well. It was my creation when I was training Yarborough at TRW and Asperian. We get to play my way for a while. But again, let's go back to you. Your problem with most of you, what did you do? Okay? Let's go to the board, and I want you to write the word you, because that's you. All right? What happens is you signed an SS5 form equals SSN. See, right now, you're using your Social Security card for credit purposes. In the 80s, part of the 90s, you didn't need to, until a bunch of ding-dongs screwed it up for everybody. If you look at the back of your card, it says do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes, and don't carry with you. You're breaking the rules by putting on an application in the first place. But again, that's just IRS. IRS controls the SS5 equals the 1040 tax return. But again, we're going to understand how to play this game too. So let's understand today. The next thing, what you should have thought about for you, is we the people. We have the constitutional right. We have the Bill of Rights. We have the Fair Lending Act, all kinds of other stuff as well. We, the people, have the right to understand the SS4 form was known as a universal form. The IRS created it for consumers and creditors and employers. Now it's a universal form. If we would have wrote down SS4 here, okay, I guess that pen is dead now, no problem. So we're going to get a new pen. I like to use red if I got it, but guess what? Because we want to look at SS4. So the SS4 is we play this game to win. That's the ultimate goal. So let's write down SS4. That's just as bad as the last one. Okay. All right, we're going to use green today. SS4. Okay? SS4. SS4. You see, what we have to understand is that's a universal form. In front of you, you can see what it says. It says legal entity, legal name of entity. Write down the word entity and circle it about 10 times. Legal what entity or individual person. That is a universal form, okay? If we would have created a line of defense, we could make sure we don't bring the pain home in the first place. You had 1, 2, 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. And if you're not trying, you might as well be dead. I've been saying that for 40 years. Sorry, but it's true. What happens is very simple. The IRS is in control. The SS4 is 1120 or 1065. The SSN is 1040. We got choices today, but it's going to be up to you. I want you to think, how many Social Security numbers can you get? 1. How many tax IDs? As many as you need per entity. Even you. But again, here's my dashboard. My dashboard allows me to put SSN as an optional. It's optional. I don't have to put it in there. So if I get a card for you on one of my cards, then I don't have to put your social at all. I can build the file up and away, and then I can put a tax ID or a Social Security number anyway as I rebuild you. You see, I get to do a choice when I pop a card for you and I analyze you and add history. It gives me the choice of authorized user or separate billing. I never pick authorized user. It's always separate billing. So the ability to play the game to what? Win. You see, as a kid, I read 15 books a week all the time. I wondered how things worked. And I talked to the grown-ups. They always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'd say, how did you do that? All I got back from grown-ups was, I thought they were all stupid. When I grew up, I realized they were stupid. Sorry to say, but it's true. So again, we have choices. We're going to go to the board now. I like you to write what I write, because if you understand, your hands, your eyes, your body, your ears, it all becomes a recorder for your brain. If you don't write it down, you'll have to hear it 100 times. You write it down, you'll actually master it by the 8th time you wrote it down. It's going to be up to you. So all of a sudden today, you got an LLC. Fantastic. You got an LLP. You have an S Corp. You have a C Corp. You have a PC, Professional Corp, or you have nonprofit. See, these are the types of corps you can have. That's the world's trying to confuse you about. On social media, I got an LLC, peekaboo. Oh, you need this or that. Stop. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen so much crap in my life. Especially the ding-dongs. I'm rich. Look at me. I'm rich. First of all, you're rich. The IRS will indict you again, and they're going to take all your goodies because you're not rich. You're a puppet master. All right, the IRS understands one thing, okay? They're bullies. So we have to understand something today. Division process. What we're going to think about is what you want to do for you. So let's understand today, very simple. Let's pretend you're going to do exactly what I tell you to do. I can get you to millionaire status in 90 days or less if you'd pay attention, but it's going to be up to you. We have choices today. Let's do this, and let's write down here, this is a corporation. And let's go over here and understand Bank of America. Bank of America and all your banks, Chase, Wells Fargo, US Bank, they have branches, okay? Every branch right now, they're bankrupting 16,000 locations right now. They have their line of defense. They bankrupt these because they have separate tax IDs. They bankrupt the pieces. They keep all the assets and they write off on their taxes because they're actually doing tax balancing. But again, that's something you could learn too if you want to. If we took a corporation today and we had 9 divisions, let's do this. Here's 1, 2, follow me please, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's do number 9 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What does that do for us? You see, I'm a legal person of flesh. Ow, 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 ow. That hurts. Corporation, legal person of what? Law. I'm not here to be an attorney, but I'm here to explain to you what you could actually do and show you on Chapter 18, the Law Book Public Record. Let's pretend you have a corporate umbrella and you did what I told you to do. Let's say you had 9 houses. Okay, if you have 9 houses, that's 9 liabilities. You're counting on 9 tenants. You're also counting on them paying the rent or lease payment so you can pay the mortgage. Now that means you have 9 lines of credit. That means you have 9 what? Loans. So if we have 100,000 of credit here, we're going to daisy chain it by 9 equals 10, and that will be 1 million of credit off 1 card. We are going to separate pieces if we have an old blankety blank day. That's going to be up to you. You see, your problem is your lack of knowledge. And the lack of knowledge is stupidity. You're not stupid, but I believe you fall stupid most of your life. But it's going to be up to you to listen and learn. Don't want to offend anybody, but again, this is your line of defense. Line of defense. And that's the goal you have today, is to create a line of defense as we're trying to play the game to win. Should we not play to win, or we should play to lose? So let's understand something today. All right, we are going to have an old blankety blank day all the time. All the time. This is a management company, management. If you allow your corporation to do business, I'm going to call that stupid. If you allow the corporation to name it after you, that's called stupid. And if you name it what it does, that's called triple stupid. Sorry to say, but hopefully it'll shock you a little bit. Your corporation is on Secretary of State's website. It's right there. There's your name. They sue it, they sue you. Anybody tells you any different, that's BS. And if they do, let me know. We'll put them on the phone together. We'll argue the point. So 9 divisions is the 9 lines of credit and 9 houses. That means you have 18. The way I designed this and got it approved in 85, 86. So our choice is very simple. This is what I put in my book 40 years ago. Here's a corp, here's a division, there's 3 subs, 2 more and 1 more. See, that created 16 million of credit. Every division, every entity is allowed tax ID and a credit file like you and your kids have, and your grandkids. So if you can learn to play the game to win, you can play my way for a while. But again, it's going to be up to you to pay attention. So I had a problem in the late 80s. I got 53 million of credit cards at the time. They're shrinking my limits. I'm panicking. I say, what are they doing? I don't want to lose it. I don't want to build it up and away. So I created a matrix. Back to the library, C191D. It showed me I can loan out money privately as a corporation. And that's what I did, 4.6 million. 4.6 million of credit gave me 190,000 a month, auto income. All right, that added to the 2.6 billion already. The notes behind that were $1.1 billion. So you can learn to play if you want to since 1989 if you want to, but it's up to you. We can play my way for a while. There's only 10 creditors I like in the first place. The rest I think suck. That's for you getting 100,000 of credit. I want to build you 100,000. At 29% rule, that's 29,000 in debt. That leaves you 71,000 because what? Getting through that old blankety blank year. If you need money, you use the right cards. These cards, they don't fluctuate. You jacked up the wrong card, sir. Ma'am, you jacked up the wrong card. Isn't it time to man up, woman up, be responsible for you and your family and your kids? And the only excuse I ever hear is, I didn't know any better, eh? Who taught me? No excuses on this planet. No excuses ever. Because that's all an excuse. You didn't get off your butt to learn it. You should have a long time ago. From there, what do? 1 million of corporate credit on one card. Then I do it per division. You see, there's 10 cards. That can turn into $10 million of credit in 36 months if you'd play my way. See, I'm sorry to say, but I'm right, you're wrong, and I think your way sucks. You bring the pain home, and I didn't get it home. So that kind of pisses me off when I watch you kind of be careless about it, too. I want to get you 2 of these personal. Then I want you to understand under the Fair Lending Act, and also American Express will give you 99 more. How many would you like? Let's write down, borrowed money's not taxable. Write it down now. You create debt, I'll set taxes. So if we do this the right way, my way, you get to millionaire status. I'm sorry, you blew it. There's so many things you guessed all your life where it's ridiculous. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Where that blank have you been? That's on you. They offer 99 more cards. When I created Daisy Chain in 1988, 1 card, 9 more. That's one card into $1 million in less than 90 days if you do it my way. It'll probably take you 6 months. But it's going to be better than you ever done in your life. What do? A pack of 3, a pack of 6, a pack of 10. See, you got to look where your budget is today. Your biggest excuse is, I can't afford to do that. Stop it. Stop with the dang excuses. You piss away $50 every other day. That's $700 a month. You can use to rebuild your life. So no more excuses for any of you. It's ridiculous. You just want to be a procrastinator. That's the killer of a dream. Keep killing the dreams. Keep going to motivation, going blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, motivation dies away about an hour or 2. If you want 3, which can create up to 400,000 credit, in about 90 days, it's $3,000, like 1,000 a card. You want 600,000, 1,000 a card, it's $69.99. 10. See, the 10 I want you to be careful about. Usually in 6 months, that's $1 million of credit. Why would you want to call with me? Simple. Because I want to basically line on my system on my dashboard and basically go through your credit cards with you. I want to increase your limits. On a credit card, you can do 2 things. Pay it down or raise the limit. That's all you can do. Pay it down or raise the limit. That's it. So if you want to call with me about anything for about 15, 20 minutes, it's $3.99. Today's usually $500. If you don't do it right away, then you kind of blew it. Call the office later on, pay the full price. I'm usually $3,000 an hour and $25,000 a day, by the way. I'm going to tell you to take a picture here. I say the word Zell now, because that's what you need to do. But it's up to you. So if we Zell now, you can always call the office at 800-254-9506 as well. Use a card, they charge you 5% more. What do we get to do? Out of respect to my wife, because I used to say the old what day, all right, she asked me not to. She reminds me all the time, honey, you're a pastor. Here's your license for California to be a pastor, and you keep saying, oh, blankety blank. So out of respect for her, I said, I'll find another way. So when you basically lose your job today, it's very simple. What do? Always good. Get ready to fight. Next week, you don't have a job. How you feed your kids, your family, your husband and wife. Always good. 8 months later, you got old blankety blank crap all over your place. You jacked up the credit. You dropped the score. You got stuck. You couldn't get any more. You backed yourself in a corner. Why would you do that? The only excuse is, I didn't know any better, Ray. Knock it off. You didn't do your work. You didn't research to find out how to solve the problem. You let life control you. You got to stop that. Understand after 8 months. By that time, you screwed it all up. If you would have used that 100,000 credit rules, $29,000 of debt, and 71,000 of safety, you would have never had blank credit in your life. If you knew to use these cards in what day? See, you wouldn't bring the pain home. I'm a person that hates when I watch people bring the pain home when they didn't have to. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy and a family. I didn't get a home. I got to eat out of a trash can and be used, abused as a kid. So it pisses me off when I watch people be lazy. That's my opinion, to be honest with you. If you allow me to analyze you. I've analyzed 50 million people. I helped set up this system while I'm training in Yarborough, no problem. Here's a 479, 155 points in 90 days. See, it's not hard to do these things. But again, we don't do credit repair because that's a fraud and that's against federal law. Here's 163 points, 90 days. Here's 200 points in 90 days. I got one earlier today, 300 points in 90 days. Let's understand, that graph that you see on the credit bureaus, whoever you're part of the membership or whatever, that's your heartbeat. You're making it go up and down like a yo-yo. All right, remember, oldest card in 29% rule. All your dashboards say below 30. I designed it. It is 25 to 29% rule, period. When you jack it up, you get stuck. You can't get any more. If you have that old blankety blank day, what card do you use? These. They don't fluctuate. See, it's okay to, on the social media, going, the points and this and that. Stop. You're talking to 87% of people that screw up already and they've tried a business and they failed. Let's teach them the rules and tools of foundation. It's not about the points and travel and blah, blah, blah. We'll get to that point, but we got to get the money. The money gives us the honey. So we got to cut all the crap out you're spending today. I got to get you a corporation with 18 divisions, if you allow me to. If you do that, we're going to get you 100,000 in credit. These are 100,000. These are checkbook monies for 150. There's 300,000 there. See, you keep using your money to do something you should not ever. Maybe for the foundation. After that, no, 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 no. 100,000 in corporate credit times 9 divisions in the parent company. That's $1 million. That's $1 million just off an American Express card. But again, I bought my first Jack in the Box when I was 19. I already did my first storage unit. My ex-father-in-law, Dr. Robert Soltis. Bob, you want to play? You see, we bought that apartment complex too. First thing was a storage unit. That was fun. See, storage units are for dummies. Sorry, that's just the truth. Because you don't have to do much because it's run by a management company. So you can be a dummy as long as you invest the money. You want to put the money that's I build you in the line of credit into that program and what you're trying to really do. He got $17,350 a month, so did I. My corporation, so did his, absorbs the money, no taxes due, till we're profitable. Got it so far? Then we're going to talk getting a paycheck. All that silly information out there so far today. So fire yourself, hire me, and let's do it right. My way. Your way sucks. Sorry to say, but it's true. What did you do? We're sitting at the kitchen table. You got your husband, your wife, your kids, and your friends and family too. We're going to basically hawk up the credit, drop the score, get stuck, can't get it anymore, hawk the house, bring the pain home to you and me, and we're going to be stupid. Well, that's what you did. That is the dumbest thing someone could do. The only excuse I hear, I didn't know any better. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the crap. You should never bring the pain home. You got what I didn't get. These are the cards you jack up. This is ridiculous. Why would you ever bring the pain to your family? You're supposed to man up and woman up. You're responsible for that family. Never bring that pain home. It's ridiculous. NACB certified me over the years as the #1 consultant worldwide. I invented the 29% rule. Your dashboards pay attention to that every day. Your choice is simple. Never bring that pain home. You see, if you listen and learn and follow through, I can get any ding-dong to millionaire status. Unfortunately, half of you are freaking lazy anyway. The other half want to go get it. See, there's a difference. There's no free ride. We got to balance that. 750 score. If you got a collection account, let's understand something. The credit bureaus used to say, consumer credit counseling and all of them. That was my company. Nonprofit helps people. This debt consolidation is crap. It's a fraud. But again, if you have a collection item, there's 5 ways to kill a debt legitimately. You got an IRS problem? Fine, irs.gov. There you go. They have a magic form too called 656. You see, some of you didn't file your tax returns. Let's make sure you play in the system because they're in charge no matter what you do. Now, credit repair, fraud, I didn't say it, okay? I said it because I repeat it from the Federal Trade Commission. It's right there. So you go to the Fair Credit Reporting Act right now today. Not allowed to collect money up front. The only thing is allowed is a nonprofit and educational company, one standing in right now. But again, the Credit Repair Organization Act was the AB 10. I drafted the first one of those. So understand, I've been around a long time. We can play the game to win. Maybe you want to get the book that they all have out there. Let's write down the word Section 611. It'll pop up on Google. The book I wrote over 40 years ago. It shows you from the creditors to the credit bureaus and the creditors all the letters you need to do and the laws for you. It's called Winning the Credit Game. It's been a free download for years. Why don't you take a picture and give it to all your friends? And understand they're all using it anyway. So let's play. You're also going to need debt crisis intervention. You need a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act. See, you got these people on social media, well, you're all this and that. I don't care what I'm allowed. Give me the law. Show me what I can do. Give me the power. Give me the knowledge. Don't just I don't like half blankety blank information. It's crap. Download that today. Know what you can and cannot do. Know your rights. Most of you have Credit Karma. Credit Karma was indicted 6 times. They have no phone number to help you. They're fired, okay? They don't have Experian.com. All banks pull Experian, especially Chase. It's going to give you basically personal business cards at no interest up to 22 months. You're going to sign up today or Analytical 750 because I said so. I want you to understand how to play the game. Take the picture now. Be ready to do this. My goal is to educate in everything you can. I'll give you more information you ever learned in your life in one webinar with me. I hit my head. I got this. I actually hit my skull. I had this big indentation in my skull. That's only 13 feet, by the way. If you can touch, you can kick it. I like goodies. You like goodies? I love goodies, but they're not mine. When I have an old blankety blanket, just get in the Lamborghini and turn it on and go bum, 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 bum. Why not? Makes me feel better. So today, if you like anything you say or I say and you hear, take a picture of Google. Write a nice review, please. If you don't like me, leave me alone. They changed the laws and I had to sue 13 people online giving me crap. See, now they're liable for their blah, 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 and you get to squish them like a bug. I don't like liars because I'll help the devil if he showed up today. I got this guy earlier today that emailed me, you owe me $5,000. We researched. He's a client from 4 years ago. I got him 2 cards and he ghosted us for the last 4 years. It's my fault? Is it my fault he ghosted us and called us? All right, we called him 16 times. So what do we, let's analyze, let's do this on, because instead of getting pissed off at some ding-dong, okay, because that's what you have nowadays and all people complaining, bunch of ding-dongs. Unfortunately, the old Ray, that's my wife says before her coma, I was a hothead. I'd get in their face and rip their face off and spin kick them. But that's just me. The new Ray, no, I'm a pastor. I can't do that anymore. I can take it. So if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you like me, all right, some people like me, some people don't. Some people like you, some people don't. Got it so far? We get to play my way. Your way sucks. Sorry. 38 steps to reach your goal. That's all it takes. 8 times to process it, to master it. That's all it's ever been. Why do people make it more difficult than that? I didn't know any better. When I was 14, I got tested at T-Week or junior high. By the time they made me take the test the 3rd time in my jeans shorts with no shoes, socks, I think I'm cheating. I have an IQ of 203 with total recall in most things. Cheryl, the counselor there, was an idiot. I said, you're a counselor because you're a C- student. Would you ever tell a kid what they can or cannot do? Would you let anybody tell your kid what they cannot do? I got to be sucked into a government program at Orange Coast College. Driving my Lamborghini. 17, I got 19 houses. Ooh. Put them in divisions because a bunch of ding-dongs kept saying loan to value problem. All these ding-dongs. What do we got now? I go to this event. They're selling payphones. Okay. They explain it's $1,600 for a payphone installed in a route. Okay, you make $300 a month at an average, no problem. I said, I'll take 10. There you go. I'll take 10. How many months would it take to get a positive cash flow? If they're $300 a month, it costs $1,600, and all I have to do is just finance it off a line of credit. You see, when you get to that first million, that's the hardest thing you ever do. You're financing everything to offset the taxes anyway. Now, I went back to the events again and again. People kept complaining. About 30% of them, I only made $200 last month, $300. You see, it's like the people that complain about rich and famous people. They should shut up and join them. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? I just like to play. Everything to me was always a game. Like playing chess or checkers or anything else or backgammon, I want to win. That's how it works. So I bought all the routes. By the time I was done, I had basically 22,000 payphones, which is 6.6 million a month. You see, it's a numbers game. I like to win. Would you like to learn to win 5,000 a day? How about a week or a month or a year? It's up to you. I guarantee, because I carry a $2 million bond, if you do what you're told, I will get you a minimum of 5,000 a month auto income off of a project. Minimum. Then I want to get to 10. And if you want, you'll do it 9 more times. That's 100,000 a month. See, you decide what you want. We have to play the right way, my way. Your way sucks. Sorry, I believe that to be true. You're going to get out your cell phone in a minute, and I want you to write some things down. I want you to take a picture. Now, this is what I've done for 49 years. I have some clients out there that are helping you all over the place, and that's nice. I like that. But I want you to be careful. Okay, I never want you to give any money to somebody who invests it for you, especially when they're acting like they're billionaires and talking about their money, which is your money. See, if you invest in a company or a person, you should get paid before they do. And if they're billionaires, you should be one too, right? But again, you got ding-dongs out there. Well, I got 300 million in the bank. Well, that's called stupid. It's a lie. Because I did a bank search, because I'm allowed to do that. Oh, I took $60 million and divided by 14,000 people. That means I got $4,200. You see, before you ever give money in an investment, why don't you own the damn thing instead? See, the word damn, my wife said is okay, so does my son. So again, what do we do? So look at this. You drive by the Wendy's. You drove by it the other day. It's on the right-hand side. Left-hand side has a Jack-in-the-Box. You ever notice that? Why don't you own it? I can't afford it. Stop it. I'll put 4 people as an owner there, so you get a piece. Want a piece? Would you like a piece? See, that piece will get your corporation divisions up to $6,000 to $10,000 a month per entity. But again, did you take your picture? You didn't take it, did you? You're so busy listening, but you're not writing things down, and you're not really paying attention. Take your picture now. I want you to laminate it and print it in color. I want it to be your screensaver for your phone and your computer on your refrigerator and your desk at work. I want you to own a piece. That's how you create auto income. You see, at the end of the day, you have to look at income that offsets your taxes, and you have to do what? To make sure your money's coming in. We live on income. Do you not get that so far? I don't want you to ever be rich. Your corporation might be rich, but not you, because you're not dumb enough to say, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, not rich, I'm me. Ay, ay, ay. I've never seen someone so full of it. I like to put them on stage and rip them apart. In the old days, I just spin kick them a couple times. I don't like bull crap. It pisses me off. It hurts people. This is 2 buildings representing $2.2 billion in 2 of the cars out of the 21 car collection. See, I was just so to a point. If I wear a black suit, I would drive a black car. White suit, I wear the white car. I want the watch to match it as well. When you got billions, you're controlling and having fun. But I always made my money. I didn't have to live off your money. I think that's a Ponzi. This is 1,013 divisions. Simple. There's the farm that was modified in 85, 86. I got a letter in the mail, okay, in 1984. You have to pay $800 to $1,000 per corporation in California. Okay. I own a bunch of Shakey's, 31 flavors, ice creams, Subway sandwiches, and donut stores, all kinds of stuff, shopping centers and condos. I'm now going to have to put $1.2 million in franchise tax fee. Sacramento, I asked them a basic question. Could I create a form under the corporation that allows me not to pay a franchise tax fee? They said, find one or modify one, we'll see if we approve it. It was approved in 85, 86. Listen carefully, Bill, George, Sue, all right, Joanne, whoever you might be today, let's play my way. Your division will be number 4A. My corporation, one of my divisions, will be number 4. 2 more of you will be B and C. We will invest into a Wendy's or a storage unit or a laundromat. We have management companies manage it all. You don't have to do a dang thing. You just get the credit. We build you, you invest into that, we do all the work with you, for you, and you don't do a darn thing. Besides, we coach you how to play the game to win. You see, your whole focus is you've been driving by your opportunity your whole life. Why didn't you take it? You didn't pay attention, you even think about it. I've been creating auto income for 45 plus years. You want to play? That was in 1987, by the way. So what do? When I partner with you, all right, we're not partners in a corporation because I think that sucks, your friends and family who ripped you off. But if we partner in an escrow, you own a piece. If you need $200,000 of credit in subdivisions and blueprint calls with me, and I play with you for a year, no problem. Today, that's $27,000. It's right there. If you did it today, you're getting it for $19.99, so it's $19,999. That's 20 grand. If you don't need the credit and all the other goodies, the coaching by itself is 10. I got to line you up for an escrow. See, when I wrote the books on laundromats, car washes, get you into this one, laundromat here, all right, what do? Dry cleaning, apartment complex, wrote all the books about real estate. I'm the one who created assignment of mortgage, homestead blocker. You see one in Chattel Mortgage. Who do you think created it? Donald Duck? I've been doing this a long time. When there was a problem, I came with a solution every time. I created the solutions every time that God fed me. So if you want to play, there you go. I got 2 left openings, and then I'm sold out for the year. You're going to sit there going, beep, 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 then you're going to miss out. My goal is to get you in an escrow. If we partner up, listen very carefully. If you don't have bank accounts that show hundreds of thousands of monthly base and a couple, 30 to 33,000 transactions, I do. I can play. Again, what do? There's 1,000 steps, rules, and tools. That's the Millionaire's Founders Kit, which you can get on Amazon. All right, no problem. You can call the office here as well. I sold it at the Bonavich in Los Angeles for 32 years. I was the 2nd largest advertiser in California for 32 years. Every Wednesday, Bonaventure, Thursday, Orange County, Saturday, Long Beach, and then from there on Thursdays, I was in basically Ontario. 32 years dedicating to help people. You want a copy? It's simple today. We all have an old poopity poop day. Again, I'm in a coma. The night before is July 4th. My wife wants to take 72 people out in the yacht. I had 3 yachts, so it's the middle yacht. We took it out. Next day, I'm in a coma. Someone had a virus. My wife calls the office to talk to Ron, my district manager. I need some help. Instead of helping, he drives U-Haul truck to the office. One technology driver over on Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building, and he steals books and CDs. Because I did things with David Horowitz, Jug Ackelvain, and basically George Smart, all these other people online, and George Putnam for years. I had my own radio show. I got 15 million people in my database. Even when I helped Carlton Sheets and Dave Delgado and Russ Dalby and all these other people from PI training their people. Tom, my IT manager, sold my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. Never call the phone number, please. Who do you trust? I trust God and me. Blueprint of success. You want a copy of it today or you want to get into the partnership? There's your Zell. It's a now. If you don't, then I'm going to say you blew it. If you don't call the office at 800-254-9506, there it is again too. You got choices to get stuck with me up to 6 days a week. I got to blueprint you. That's just me. I'm going to take you and your wife or husband or wife or partner of life. I want you on the phone with me for an hour. I need to look at your past, present, and future. And I'm going to ask questions like, if you have a script B of A, you have a script Chase or American Express. Do you have a bankruptcy? Do you have a tax lien? I need to know these things. Do you have a corporation? What kind do you have? Do you have 18 divisions or not? See, we got a plan and blueprint you so it get you an escrow in 90 days or less. All right, irrevocable trust. We're going to plan to live and die. Car, house. We're going to do that the right way. From now on, you're going to get blueprinted by me. And we're on the phone every 3 to 4 weeks. I'm going to be telling you what to do. You don't need to think. You can ask all the questions you want, but don't think, just do. All right, it's normally $2,000. Today it's $999 if you did it right away. If you partner with me, it becomes free, but it's up to you too. So what do? We get to play the game to win. I want to write your list. You say you have a goal list, I want to tear it apart my way. I want to write the steps to reach your goal and beat your goal and make sure you understand that I'm going to have a daily, weekly, and project list for you. I'm going to be telling you what to do. So guess what? If I can touch it, I can kick it. Why does that matter? Because it's discipline. Discipline, getting goodies. I like goodies. You like goodies? Always through a division process. Since I was 2.5 years old being used and abused, it's simple. When the grown-ups would ask how I'm doing, it's very simple. I say the same answer to everybody. Always good. Why? It's a mindset. That's been my signature since I was a little kid. No one steals my peace. Thank you, Jesus, for that too. If you need a shared office space, I don't do that. I lease out 12 feet at a time. So it's not considered shared office space. Do you need 12 feet? Nobody gives you a business address in California too. We can play, you can scan it today, up and away. But it's going to be up to you. You can call 800-254-9506. You can ask for Julia if you want to. We get to play. Now today, you could have made $1,000. You could have registered all your referrals on the HubSpot program. And if they buy anything, when they're watching me, your name's already tagged as a referral. That gives you 10% on a Zelle check or store credit. I think you blew it, but that's just on you. Rags to riches, everybody's got a sad story. Nobody cares. Nobody cared I was roaming the streets and being eaten out of a trash can. Nobody said, where's your mommy and daddy? Nobody cared. And that's just it. So you got to understand, being raised in Watts, Torrance, and Hawthorne, and Gardena, all those great areas, you better learn to kick it or run. I'd rather die. But again, take a picture. Why? Because you're going to need Dun & Bradstreet for your corporation. What do you need to do? Analytical 750. They're going to call you every 46 days. All right, Credit Karma, yeah, it might be free. They got no funding to help you. And on top of that, they don't have Experian. All right, and it's a joke. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. But again, Analytical is going to charge you $25 a month. You don't need LifeLock. If you have that, because they were indicted 6 times too. Their last indictment's $100 million. They're a fraud. That's what it says on the indictment. So now Analytical is Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. Using my dashboards, I'll loan them to them all the time. So if you want to play business and personal, scan it, sign up today. Because I need to see Experian.com too. Now, here's chapter 18. Can you pay attention right now? Here's what happened. I'm at the Hope's house. Mrs. Hope's used and abused me all the time, her son David, and no one cares. So all of a sudden, basically, they had a poker game every Wednesday night. I took a little notes in the corner. She told everybody, don't pay attention to that piece of you know what in the corner. That was a piece of you know what. So I heard the corporation's a legal person. You got all these rich and famous people talking about money. It says it right there. I'm 7.5 years old reading books, about 10 or 15 a week since I was a little kid, because that was my way to get lost in a book. What did I do? Drove my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. Library next door. Man, what does this mean? She walked away. She was rude too. 5 minutes later, here's a Machiavelli. Here's a book. I read the book. I'm looking for a blueprint. It didn't exist, so I created one. It says, may sue or be sued. If you believe your corporation's going to protect you and go peekaboo, like these ding-dongs on social media say, you can bankrupt and get another one, I think that's RICO and racketeering, wire fraud, by the way, in my opinion. So never have the intent to do fraud. But the problem about a corporation is your name's on it and Secretary of State's website. You're on the bank account. You're the one who's going to be part of the indictment or lawsuit. They're going to rip you apart. But understand, write down Business Professional Code 17983. This is where it said not required, all right, to file a fictitious business name. When I looked at that, I knew it was wrong when I was 9.5. Now, a corporation, you spent thousands to an attorney, CPA incorporated service. You kind of pissed it away and you got what, ripped off. Corporations are free in all 50 states, by the way. That corporation I started when I was a kid was $10. Now it's 30. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. We all did for corps and people. Simple to do. But what happens there, it names the movie Dave. We can play the game to win. So when I use the word Braille and the Braille Institution, when I'm treated to do what, the Owens County Blind Center, I got in a lawsuit. They sued me when I was 12 and a half years old. I had to prove I didn't understand trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. See, we learn our lives by doing our lives. The big lie, you believe a corporation protects you. I do not. I believe the corporation was designed to do one thing, to receive money and pay tax when it's profitable. That's in the paragraph Supreme Court says it's a legal person, but it's up to you. The car, the lease, the credit card, you guaranteed it. So if you do what those people on social media say, you can bankrupt it, go ahead. It's still going to get you. You guaranteed the car. You guaranteed the building lease and the credit card. If you would have had a division of you from like here, you could have protected you and your family. Instead, you didn't know any better. You didn't bother to research and find out what you can do. Ken Yarborough said, division process takes too long. A corporation, a division, or you, I can pop a credit right away when I build you up and away. So the reality is it's not true. You can play the game to win if you choose to. So the goal for me is to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. I believe you're missing pieces. I think you're highly intelligent. You're here today. God put us together. But what's that? You're missing some pieces. Why don't we connect the dots and play Humpty Dumpty time? I got classes all through Saturday, 5 live with you, and today this as well too. If you want to play, I'm usually online 6 days a week. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? But again, it's going to be up to you to pay attention and follow through. If you don't have a corporation today, take a picture. They're free. I've been giving corporations for free for 49 years. That's why those 2 attorneys kept putting me down online until I sued them both and they got disbarred this year. They're no longer going to be attorneys practicing law because they never got it right. So here, scan it, take a picture, get a free corporation today, pay $30 to $100 to file it. Here's classes in rotation. Tomorrow, you got tax balancing. The following week, it's leveraging money. God gave me the brain to understand all these things and all the books that I read, even the degrees I got too. You learn life by doing life. So let's understand. If we get corporate credit today, and if you listen very carefully, when you take this credit, borrow money is not taxable. It offsets the tax. Borrow money is not taxable. The interest rate and the credit card is a write-off. We're going to buy the lifetime income. That's the Wendy's, that's the Jack in the Box, that's the storage unit, that's the fourplex, that's the car wash. All the things I've taught people to do for years, now they're out there going, this is what you got to do. Isn't that fun? We're going to learn to leverage money too. Your goal is to understand my dashboard. I have the only dashboard on planet Earth that'll create an instant, TRW, no, Experian, Transient Equifax now, personal or business. Would you like 1 or 2? Would you like to go finance the American dream and write it off as well? I've been teaching rich and famous people for 49 years. Maybe you want to play that game too. 100,000 of credit. Office usually charges 10,000. That's 10%. Their discount, very simple, is going to be $8,000 to you. Today, if you did it now with me online, I give you half price on it. It's $5,000. And I will build you 100,000 of credit. If you want 100,000 of you and the corporation, let's double that to 10. But if you did it while you're online with me now, it's $6,999. Again, I'm trying to rebuild you. It pays for all the things in this office and all the employees. I don't get a paycheck. I haven't had one for 40 years. What do I want one of those for? If you Zelle, you say 10%. There's your Zelle. Now. But if you don't do anything, that's what's going to happen, nothing. 800-254-9506. Use a card, 5% more. The goal is to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty. What does this do for us? See, the problem if you try something, let's say you go to one of these events, like the poor kid the other day did. He went to this event, spent $10,000 his 3 buddies, and they all spent $30,000, $40,000. They bought the system, the books. They waited 3 months and got nothing. Then they finally got the books in a box. All they got is binders of empty books. See, this is the crap that's out there. Motivation is great, but it lasts an hour or two. If you don't get real rules and tools and someone like me coaching you, it's not going to work. Nobody on this planet's been doing 49 years like me but me. I like goodies. Today, I'm going to analyze some people. If they do what they're told in 90 days, they'll have a 750 score. But it's up to them to pay attention and watch it tomorrow too. You got choices. I guarantee in writing to every one of you, I carry a 2 million bond. If I took your money, didn't do what I had to do, you get your money back anyway. But if you screw up my program and you blame me, the old days I'd just come spin kick you. I can't do that nowadays because it's against the law. Oh, well, what can I say? What can I do? All I can tell you flat out, there's only 2 rules. Do not jack up cards and do not apply to crash your app or rescore. If you do, I got to reload it. If you do that to me, I'm going to charge you a fee. You don't pay the fee, then go away. I guarantee it. The devil showed up today, I'd help him. But it's up to you. So understand rules and tools, please. I'm in the coma. I can't move. It's like a dream. It's like, is this real? I can hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. I can hear my wife being asked, is he a donor? They're going to rip up my heart, take it away. I died at 5:41, July 5th. In the coma, I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back. My wife's falling apart. I said, go back. Go back. So let's understand. Everything was gone, stolen. We go to the mansion in the harbor. All right? We're not allowed. I got 50 guns in my head saying it's not my house anymore. This really sucks. Understand, moved 24 times. I'm 11 and a half years old. That sucks too. I've been shot with a gun 3 times. I've been knifed 6 times. There's no excuse for any of you. Fight through the pain and make it work, period. Crawl, beg, whatever it takes. Because that's what you're in this world today, because this is like living in hell. We die, we get to a better place. If I can touch it, I can kick it. What do? I found out when I met him 3 times later on, he's my grandfather. Maybe that's why I can kick so high. I don't know. This is Richard Bishop. He won the Olympics in 1932 in Los Angeles. All right, Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High. They made a movie after him too. I think it looks like Al Capone, to be honest with you. So now I need you to write some things down. You ready to write it down? Now. Driver's license, insurance, registration. Now. Driver's license, insurance, registration. See, your problem is you. You're highly intelligent, but today you got in a bumpity bump at Sam's Club. And the first thing you did is, oh, we just a little bumpy bump, let's let them go. When they leave, they're going to be calling their insurance company saying it's your fault. You got bloodsuckers all over TV, all over the billboards on the freeway. So you take pictures and you call the police, get a report no matter what. Your driver's license today, you will change it on the DMV.yourownstate.gov. P.O. Box. Your insurance to your car, P.O. Box. Registration to your car, P.O. Box. Don't you ever let someone know where you live. You take the Privacy Act and you basically play and you protect your family. It's ridiculous on you. Why would you ever do that? Even the police officer gets a P.O. Box. My driver's license has always been P.O. Box. Oh, P.O. Box. Why would I ever tell anybody where I live? It's none of their damn business. But again, here's what happens. You get stuck in a probate. See, when someone passes in our lives, they go to a better place. We're living in hell in most cases, as far as I'm concerned. Never, never use the word oh and. Never use and, ever. How he or she's going to sign it when they're in a better place? They're already gone. That's how you get stuck in a probate. See, your friends and family or whatever happened, you left a little house, a little money. They would have irrevocable trust, so wouldn't be in that probate situation in the first place. All they had to do is spend $30. So let's write down, ladies and gentlemen, the word or. You or me on everything from now on. We're going to do a rapid rescore. I'm going to analyze you today. Today. I want to make sure you understand when I create a rapid refresh and rescore, all right, for mortgage companies 47 years ago. You're going to get a 750 if you play with me. I'll guarantee it. There, we're going to get you 10,000 cards up and away. Going to rapid rescore. The paralegals are going to basically tear apart your credit report for 90 days. No, 9 months for free. They're going to charge you $1,500 today. The discount is, if you did it while you're in line with me, is $500. So that means you're going to do it for $9.99 today. Very simple. The goal is to never bring the pain home and to learn to be a CFO, a certified CFO, Chief Financial Officer. If we play my way, it's very simple to do. Okay, go right back there. What do we get to do? Simple. We're going to be winning the game of business my way for a while. You have a corporation? Fantastic. Let me add history. Let me analyze you. Let me start popping some credit right away or rebuild you my way. I want to give you $25,000 in the beginning, $2,500, 10 times your investment. Today you save $500 on that too. It's $19.99. Then you're stuck with me. I'm going to take away your excuses. And that's the bottom line today. Use Zell right there. Take your picture. It's a now. Ultimate goal. We get to play here. Call 800-254-9506. You have a choice today. Your choice, because all your life you spent thousands of dollars on, I believe, crap that didn't work. You married men, you spent money to do it. Your wife's going, is this going to work this time? She's questioning you because all the things that didn't work in the past. Ladies, let him do his job. Let him conquer the world, please. And if you're a single woman, you can conquer the world too. But again, what do? All these great clients out there helping people. Bottom line, credit repair is still a fraud from the Federal Trade Commission. The thing that bothers me about clients out there going, I'm rich. The IRS is listening. Several have been indicted before. Some have been in prison. The reality is they're not rich. Their corporations might be rich. But the reality is very simple. We got choices. I believe they're puppet masters. Would you like $1 million? Would you like to be a millionaire, yes or no? If you said yes, the answer is actually no. You want a millionaire corporation. You want 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit and 9 locations of something. That makes it 18. That's how you get to $100,000 a month, by the way, if you want. But it'll be up to you, and I'll do all the work with you or for you. See, not only am I going to coach you, I'm going to do a lot of the work for you, so you don't have to do diddly squat. I'd like you to do divisions for your son and daughters. Every child I have, and I have 6 beautiful kids, 5 girls, 1 boy. And what happens is very simple. All my kids have an 800+ score. My son has a combo card for American Express. He turned 12 2 weeks ago. All right, that's kind of fun. My daughter, my youngest daughter, just turned 18. Here's her courtesy checks too. You see, what you have to understand something today. All right, you're in control of this, and you can train your children the right way. That's why I want to set up their credit files and give them the first credit card, teach them rules and tools, because you teach them your way sucks. You already screwed up 1,000 times in your life. Build credit to your grandkids. Let's start them out right this time. What do we do today? You're going to have a Capital One in your credit file. That's okay. Here's my problem. I don't know what type it is while looking on the credit report. I need you to write down, you're going to call your specialist or going to call the office to tell us. You're going to let us know flat out that Capital One is a Capital One Venture X, Venture what? We got a Quicksilver 1. We have basically the Platinum, whatever it is. We need you to tell us. We communicate with our clients all the time. All the time. If anything, they say we call them too much. So guess what? Do you ever screw American Express or Chase? I need to know, because if you did, I got to get you a division of you. So anyway, you're going to get a new account, because they don't forgive anybody. That's how it happens. If we do a division of you, you're going to guarantee lease, car, and credit cards in the future. But again, you can always be the duck and sheep. Here's rapid refresh. If you notice, everybody's above 750. Because I guarantee that with every one of you. If you do what you're told, you will be a 750 to 770 almost all the time. And you don't have to bring it down. If you need a rapid today, it's $4.99. It's right there. If you need it, the best thing you do, if anything, do a rapid for $500 today, lock it in, and let me analyze you right away. If you did that today, I'm going to call you too for about 10 minutes. I want to make sure you're doing it the right way. There's your Zell. It's a now. Call the office, 800-254-9506. No excuses. I'm going to tell you the truth. You might like the truth, but you have the ability to become a corporate millionaire, usually in 90 days or less if you pay attention, but it's up to you. If you sell $9.99 today, I'm going to build you 10,000 more, whatever package you're in today, but it'll be up to you too. So we play. If you need a corporation today, I'll hand it for free. You want a tax today, I'll give you that free too. You see, I have no excuses, and I'll take away all your excuses every step of the way. Now, it's very simple today. What's a corporation? It's right in front of you. It's a legal person. You see, it has the ability. Now, take the picture of this right now. See, this is supply credit that can turn into cash credit, about $51,000. See, you might be jacked up on your cards. We've got to figure out how to get you unjacked up. You have to pay it down or increase the limits, how it works, if we play this game. Now, if you're military or have a military person in your life, to get my Navy, I was sucked into a government program when I was 14 and a half years old. Kind of sucks, but that's just what it is. So our ability is to play. So I got my Navy, there always red cards, because I was in a government program. They didn't care if you lived or died. As an orphan, they didn't care. I was just a number to them. So if you have a military person or you thank you for your service, we can get you an access code. I can line you up, you may have a 550 score, usually 20,000 plus of credit and cards and in a line of credit too. See, we got to get you to rebalance your debt. You jacked up the wrong cards, we never had to. That's your problem. Winning the game of business my way. My dashboard since 1987 sets up dashboards of credit reports, Experian, Changi, and Equifax right away. Again, you, corporation, and division process. Here's number 5956. Listen very carefully. This person is part of analytical. Why? I need to see that Experian. You know how important that is? That's the most important thing for Chase, personal and business cards. All corporate credit never shows on personal file unless it's a Capital One Spark card, the only card that does to this day. So we have Chris as your specialist, your rebuilt, rapid rescore. We get $5,000. That's it? See, this is kind of like ridiculous. I'm going to get them $5,000 of credit, and what's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. Then they're stuck. Now let's look at what the problem is today. Look at all these inquiries. Please. The way Ken Yarborough, other people help set up TRW and all the pieces in our input is simple. You're allowed 6 inquiries every 180 days. Look at this mess. You think this person would have stopped applying for credit, being turned down all those times? I'm sorry, number 5956, what you did was plain stupid. Okay, you're not stupid, but that's stupid. You got 2 collection accounts, rapid will go around. We have this credit, you 106%. Now look at all this. These cards here are, I can't say it, sorry honey. These are crappy limits. $1,000, pay it down or increase it. I'll teach you how to increase every limit you got. $500, $300, $100. I mean, this is ridiculous. Your credit sucks. And you try to get more, you don't know what you're doing. My dashboard can add you and add history for me, popping cards for you, if you knock up the up and down show. It's ridiculous. Look at all these inquiries. This is a mess. Okay, you didn't get them anyway. Why would you bother? If this person will listen, they violated the program. Is it my fault, ladies and gentlemen? Flat out. Is it my fault that they did that or not? That's those 13 turds that tried to put me down for years online that I had to sue this last year. Because they lie. This person better not lie. Because I'll build them up and away, but the reality is very simple. You violated the program. We should throw you out of the program, said we're done. But we don't need to do that. We can rebuild you still, if you want. We're going to bring those down to 29%. You have all these other cards on the bottom here. Okay, let's balance it. You have Chime. Chime and Kick came out of my boot camp in 2008. It's ridiculous. It's like those ding-dongs who use stated income in Countrywide in 2008. Screwed it up for everybody. That's just plain stupid. You don't need Chime. Get rid of it. Simple. Let's build you up and away. Your $300 card is 162%. This is ridiculous. If this person would listen, did you have a problem with American Express or Chase? I need to know. Because we have to go around this inquiry crap you did and understand the collection accounts as well. You got to stop the crap. I can take this person, even though it's a mess, in 4 months, 100,000 of personal, 100,000 of business. But we're only going to try to get them 5,000. They violated, we didn't even owe them that. That was a bonus. That was 5,000 a bonus if you don't screw up. Well, you screwed up. Well, talk to Chris, our specialist, and find out what you really want us to do. What is your game plan? Because that's a total mess. All right, you got to knock off the crap. Sorry. 6278. Again, what are you doing today? It's a rebuilt, rapid, 10,000 credit. David's your specialist. At least you're getting 10. See, every one of you should be getting 25 to 50, if not more. because 10's not enough. I get that on one card. Mission Lane, okay, no problem. What do we do? Here we have all these collection crap things right here, a whole mess of it. And our Capital One, understand, Capital One, you're going to go online today, and you're going to basically you're going to make a payment. It'll open a gateway. It'll say, I want, you push I want. It'll open another page on the second to the left, increase limits. Change your numbers and try to increase limits. There's only two things you can do, increase the limit or pay it down. That's it. You have two Capital Ones. Now you have a credit union. Let me go around that mess for you, okay? This is a person in 60 days, if they do what they're told to do, I will get them 25 to 50,000 of credit, go around all that crap. Balance the score. Any problem, American Express or Chase, I need to know. Make sure you call your specialist and upgrade today. That is 52.59. We went, let's crash. Let's crash. Let's lose 177 points. I got you. Let's screw up 109 points. That's what you did. George is your specialist. Now, if you see MIM, write down MIM, please. Millionaire in the Making. That's the corporation. If they don't have one, we hand it for free. They pay a little filing fee. What did this person do? First of all, they inquiries. Let's understand Chase. Okay? Why would you do a Chase card in the first place? Your credit score, Chase wants a 710 for personal and 730 for business. Why would you waste a damn Chase card inquiry? Any problem, American Express? You were late on Capital One. At least you're forward in a positive. See, look at this mess here. But you don't have any great limits besides the one on the bottom. Most of your limits suck. Sorry to say, but it's true. Why don't we take that Capital One that's 8,000 on the bottom and take some of the balance of that and balance the other cards? I mean, they're not big cards. In 90 days, we could balance you and help you and guide you. In 90 days, I'm going to get you 5 to 10,000 cards because this is a joke. $300. At least you have Navy. Listen very carefully. You have Navy. Do not screw up Navy. I can line you up for a card for 20,000 and line of credit to 50. We can rebalance your life and change it this time. You've tried 10 times in your life and you keep screwing up, most of you. Do it my way for a while. Please do it my way because your way sucks. So again, I want you to call George. I want that increase to 100,000 in credit right away. Simple. Stop the inquiries because you violated the program. Stop it. Stop it. Why would you do this? Okay, come on. I don't understand. You did one in 8/24/2025. No. You got to listen. This is a person that should have about a 10-minute, 15-minute call with me. Why? Because I want to make sure they don't screw this up again and again like most of you do. Again, here's 5202. It's a rebuild. The $500 card is a bonus. All right, I always try to give you bonus credit up to 10 times your investment, period, so you really don't have to pay for the credit when it's a bonus program. You signed up, you ghosted us and came back to the program. Oh, goody. You got 6 inquiries, or 5 inquiries here and 1 over here. You have collection items. Rapid to go around it. You have your USAA, so that means you can get a Navy as well. So let's line you up for Navy. That's 103%. They will not increase. That's to be paid down, or we get some Navy and pay it down as well. Here's a person, if they listen and learn, in 90 days, I would get them 100,000 of credit. Hopefully they have a corporation as well. We can double that to 200,000. But again, please talk to your specialist, which is Brandy, our floor supervisor, please. Now here's 5936. At least the arrow's going up, up, good. See, that's that graph line. That's that heartbeat of your credit score. I like when it goes up. Factual data. Across the board, that's an inquiry. Did you do a mortgage or something? We've got to find that out. You're a rebuilt rapid with no credit line. Okay. Well, you blew it. You're out of the program. Done. See, when I say that, you know, whoa, stop. I'm willing to help everybody. But you got to knock off the crap. If you had to start and stop a rapid and we charge a little fee, you could have did that and not crashed it. But again, here's a person who gets no credit line, just a rebuild, no problem. But again, their utilization, look what they got. They have a Chase for 42,000. It's only 21% good. Hopefully it's not a trade line, a bunch of crap. And you have Amex. You see that top one that shows a balance of 19, that's a gold or a platinum because they don't fluctuate. The other's a blue. But again, if it was corporation, it wouldn't show up at all. See, you put it all on you, that's kind of silly and dumb too. See, I rhyme all the time too, sorry to say, but it's true. All right, but again, PayPal, look at all this. We could balance this. We could go get 100,000 credit in 60 days or less. Talk to Chris, please. But again, if you don't want the credit lines, it's okay. We'll just teach what needs to be done. But again, here we got 6304. It's a rapid, it's a rebuilt, and it's 10,000 of bonus credit. David's your specialist, goodie for you. You're in the 700s. Why are we not higher yet? When you filed bankruptcy 6 years ago, 7 years ago, what did you do? See, the problem with bankruptcy, the credit bureaus lie. They do not basically talk to the courts to basically verify. They use a company out there called Statewide. They fill this to the credit bureaus. Why didn't you seal your bankruptcy so they couldn't verify it in the first place? What's wrong with you? Why didn't you seal it? You could have. So we might have to go back. Okay, let's look at this. We don't have big cards as a 15,000 SoFi. SoFi is silly enough to usually give 10 to 20 or $60,000 of credit. I can line you all up for that too. Here we have little limits and big limits, a little bit of a mess. Let's go through this, reorganize it my way a little bit. All right, you're getting $10,000? That's one card and I'm done. I mean, that's ridiculous. Don't you want 100,000 and rebuild your life? But it's up to you. Simple. Any problem, American Express or Chase? You got American Express there. Okay, no problem. And I don't see a Chase. Okay, simple. Let us know, please. So again, we need to know these things, and communication is a key. Talk to your specialist right away. 5939. Hey, look at this. Whee! Let's make that graph line go up and down. I mean, here's going up, then it had a heart attack. Up, going heart attack. See, you control the score. You got 2 inquiries for Chase. First of all, Chase, the personal card could have been a yes, all right, but a corporate card is usually going to be a no because they want to have a 730, 740 score. And if you don't know the 524 rule for Chase, you're going to screw this up. So here we got credit 1. Oh, goody, Mark started that and got indicted too. They just settled a big lawsuit last week, if you don't know it, online. See, they kind of borrow the Capital One's logo, got in trouble a little bit. They're out of Las Vegas. It's okay. You got an authorized user. You don't need it, by the way. Get rid of it. I mean, your authorized users jacked up at 59%. They're hurting you. Get off that darn card right away, please. You got care credit. Oh, goody for that, too. How we play this game to win. But what do we get to do? Have some fun. All right. See, there's a Chase there for 53% jacked up. Is it a new one or an old one? I need to know that. I need to know how long you had it. We'll look on the dashboard as well. You're only doing a rapid rescoring 10,000 of credit. Jake's your specialist. If I was you, I'd call Chris today, who's the supervisor today. Jake's out sick. The reality is say, I need to increase that limit because that's ridiculous. By the way, those 2 inquiries violated your program. Again, what are we going to do now? All right, we didn't ask you to apply. When I apply, again, my limits are $30,000 to $50,000. Again, we need to know some more things, more communication. That's 5939. Here's 5616. Christopher is your specialist. That's Chris. It's a rebuild. That's it. No problem. All right. Then you got a new inquiry for $1,000. Why? Why would you do this? Again, Capital One's authorized user. Your authorized users, $10,000. Oh, goody, 72%. Get off the authorized user. They're hurting you. They're not helping you. The other 2 authorized users, get rid of the crap. Let me balance this and get you a $5,000 to $10,000 card. That's what I'll tell you I like to do. But again, even the card you got for $1,000 is jacked up 53%. So, do you ever screw up American Express or Chase? Please let us know. You got green lights. In my dashboard, I can pop you up and away, but it's up to you. Your rapid is dead, is over with. You already went up and down, up and down. New rapid, realign it up here, no problem. And basically, Chris, get him to basically 100,000 of credit. This is ridiculous. See, the problem is, you're going, I don't need 100,000. Yeah, you do. Every card you get, like this is 50,000, this is a 10. Okay? So I'm going to tell you your cards you want to use the 29% rule, but it's easier to have a bigger card. Here's 5451. Rebuilt, rapid, 500 bonus card. So that means we're giving you a $500 card as a bonus for the heck of it, to reimburse you for your money back then. Okay, then we have all these new collection accounts. Got to go around them. You even have First Premier, the worst card on planet Earth. You have no credit. Fantastic. Let me build you a credit card. I'm going to have to get you 3 starter cards and build you up and away. But a bonus card, you know, you need $5,000 to $20,000, $30,000 of credit. It's not worth it for $500. But again, it's up to you. Need to know, I got you a $300 card back then. Wow. All right, January 27, 25, even with all that mess, still got you a card. But where's the card? What did you do with that too? Hopefully you didn't screw it up. We need to know number 5451. Here's number 6075. You're a rebuild, you get 10,000 of credit. Chris is your specialist, no problem. All right, you're going down a little bit. Here you're going up and down, up and down. See, that's up and down show. We got to knock it off. Why? Well, A, we're jacked up. So let's understand, do you have Navy? Can I position that for you too? All your cards are crap. I mean, $1,000, $500. This is ridiculous. You're probably 56 to 60 years old and your credit sucks. Look at it, it's crap. It's ridiculous. I got to get you a $5,000 to $10,000 card. That makes sense. But again, you want to get 10. Okay, let's get you a 10,000 card. We're done. We're done. See, here's the problem. If I rebuild you and I get you bonus credit all the time, you're done. What do you do next? The problem in next is you're going to screw up it again. If you don't put the rules and tools in place and that discipline, you've been playing this show, up and down show all your life. It's about time you stop it, but it's up to you. So again, here's 5458. This is going up and away. Here we go. Whee! You started at 634, now you're a 759. Ooh, not too bad. Up and away, 100 plus points. Okay, 640, 768. Wow, 770. I usually get everybody to 770 so I can keep them on a 750. Oh, at least it's a rebuild, 25,000 credit. Number 5458. Get a corporation. If you don't have one, I'll hand you one for free. I'd like to build you 100,000 of personal and business, by the way, if you allow me to. Here, oh, you violated the whole thing. You screwed up already? Okay. We needed Symphony. Oh, credit. We need to get credit for the dog and cat for my teeth. Why? Why? Why would you go after inquiries and screw up the program? See, this is my problem with those 13 turds trying to give me crap. I didn't do that. This person, number 5458, did. Don't blame me for your inquiry stupidness, because you should have never done it in the first place. But at least the discover is 15,000. Okay, you get some meat there and 11,000 Wells Fargo. So if we now let's say this person really wants to stop the crap, and they want me to build 100,000 of personal business. We balance that debt to ratio, no problem. American Express, both of those. All right, we look at balances or gold or platinum cards. Okay, and what happens is, understand. Look at this. I got them the gold and platinum cards. Pay to retire limits minimum of 25,000. All right, it's probably 100,000. So if this person would listen, but instead of listening, what do? Look at the inquiry mess. I'm rebuilding them. I push them from 634 to 760, 759, doing my job. Then they basically get all these stupid inquiries, and the reality is, what do we got? At least they got the gold and platinum. See, they don't fluctuate. That's why they don't have this right up and down show right there. And that's the goal. This person should want 100,000 of personal and business. If they don't, Chris, close the case. We're done. We're done. I'm wasting my time and money, man hours to do something, and I already did my job. Why are we even analyzing the day? They better step up and away, but if they don't, it's okay. Done. Rebuilt rapid 10,000. David, your specialist. Let's build you up and away. Do not get inquiries and screw up the program. That's all I ask you to do. You have a collection. Let's go around it. You have a bankruptcy. Let's seal it. Let's balance your score so you can get some more. That's it. Chime, get rid of chime. You don't need chime and kick. It's ridiculous. Okay, you have cards. You don't need those things. Any problem, American Express or Chase, I need to know that. Again, we get to build you up and away. What are we looking to do? So what is the goal? 10,000. You need 100,000 of credit. Upgrade your program, my goodness. But again, it's going to be up to you. 5914. At least we're going up and away. That's the goal, isn't it? Okay, what do we do? All right, you start at 604, now you're 645. So that's 41 points. Okay, it's going up, up, and away. That's the goal. Rebuilt 5,000 of credit. It should be 25, by the way. And look at all the inquiries. I don't get it. Why, when I'm doing my job, you do inquiries? See what happens? You see the score going up. And all these, oh, wait, get this, ooh. Then you screw up everything. Here's a case, literally, that should be closed right away. If Jake wants to help you and work with you and reload, wrap, and everything else, maybe we'll do that as well. But again, I'm not paying for it. You are. If you don't, we just close your case. No one asked you to apply for credit you didn't get. Oh, at least you bought a car. Wow. And look at all the collection crap too. You got open sky. Why would anybody with a common sense ever have open sky for $3,000? You could say it's unsecured or it's secured. Which is it? Again, if it's secured, you just killed your money. If it's unsecured, you don't need open sky. But again, you have a credit union, you have Capital One as well. Can I get you a big boy or big girl card, please? Please. Can I get you a $5,000 to $10,000 card? And let's knock off the little silly stuff and the inquiry crap. But it's up to you. That's number 5914. Here's 5204. 5204. Okay, no inquiries. Please keep it that way, please. I mean, just don't screw up what I'm trying to do for you. You screwed up Navy? Damn, why would you screw up Navy? I could have got you 100,000 in credit cards and line of credit. Oh, well. You have no revolving credit. Everything you had, you screwed up. Rapid will go around it. I'll build you 3 starter cards and build you up, up, and away. Again, what did we get to do? Any problem, American Express or Chase need to know. From there, we have number 5984. You got 5 inquiries on this and 5 over there and 1 over there. Why? Why? Rapid rescore, rebuilt, 10,000 in credit. Christopher is your specialist. You got 2 new accounts. Wow, 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 wow. We got accounts. And they're shitty limits. They're crappy limits. I don't get it. Your Capital One, here, no problem. Let's increase the limit. You got Chase. You haven't screwed it up. Please don't screw it up. You have American Express. But those American Express cards there are blues or clears, and you're allowing them to be jacked up. That should be on the corporation. Your mortgage was late. Now it's current. Okay, from there, your Mercedes. You can drive a Mercedes and have crappy credit. Isn't that good? Let's get current. You need 3 currents in a row so I can build you up, up, and away. Everything you have is jacked up. Any chance you have a relationship with Navy? But again, what do? You did all these inquiries. You violated the program. Is that my fault or yours? Will you take responsibility and say, yeah, you screwed up, please? Don't blame me for your screw up, please. But again, I can rebuild you to 100,000 plus. That's 5984. We don't give names, we give your case number. Here's 5962. You're going down. There's that graph line. Go up and down, up and down, up and down. To rebuild, you get a 10,000 bonus card. So the rebuilding, you're giving you 10,000 as a bonus. Don't screw it up. Chris is your specialist. No inquiries. Please keep it that way. Barclays, so we can increase the limit. You have a Capital One, 40,000. We got to look at how to rebalance these a little bit, and you have a Chase. See, those big limits should be on the corporation you have, not on you, because what you're doing is building the up and down show. See, corporate credit doesn't show up on personal files. That's why you should have 10 cards at 10,000 each versus 1 big card. This bigger card, it's harder to bring it down. But again, this is a way we can play the game to get you up, up, and away. All right, it's only rebuilt 10,000 of credit with Chris. Get a corp if you don't have one. I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. And let's build you 200,000 of credit. Let's put the credit where it belongs to the corporation, please. That's 5962, but it's going to be up to you. Here we have 6126. It's a rebuild and a wrap, a rescore. George, your specialist. You're getting a bonus card of 5,000. You're going down versus up. Here's an up, here's a down, here's a down. What are we doing? Look at all this collection crap. Wow, you screwed up everything. It's okay, we'll go around all that stuff, but understand something. Late payments kill your credit. Oh, we got Chime. Wow, get rid of Chime. It's a piece of, in my opinion, please. Be on time on these things. We had to figure what they are. We got to go around and rebuild you. So let's understand something. Rebuilding you, this is going to be 6 months to 7 months on you. You got a total mess. Every one of those collections, you screwed up American Express or Chase. There's Chase. Any Amex cards, I don't see them, but let us know that too, please. But again, those are little limits. You could have came to me before you screwed it all up. I could have showed you how to play the game to win. Now we have to build you up and away. Please get rid of chime. You don't need it. Again, if we can't get you a card as a starter, you'll do open sky. There's no inquiry for $200. Rebuilt, rapid $500, 5,000 credit bonus. George is your specialist. There's no Equifax yet. Usually it's probably an address situation. We'll look at that as well. From there you have no what? You have basically a PayPal. Wow. Put a balance on your PayPal. Let the rapid take place. It was just submitted. Let's push you to 650 across the board, and let's pop you. Oh, you only get 5,000. So here's my problem. I get your American Express card, personal business, up to 20 to 50,000 paid overtime limit, but I'm only supposed to get you 5. So whatever I get you, I have to shrink the limit because 5 is nothing. Again, you might want to increase it to 100,000. It's up to you. Talk to George. He's your specialist, please. Any problem, American Express or Chase? So here we got 6306. All right, the scores have went up. You just signed up. Oh, no problem right away. What do we do? 5,000 of credit. Jay's your specialist. To rebuild rapid. I would say let us get you 25 to 50,000 because you have no revolving credit. Okay, I'll pop you a card. Usually 3 starter cards. Then we'll build you up and away. Think about corporation as well and division process. But again, we got to start somewhere, and that's the goal as we play this game. That's 6306. So here we have basically what? This is 6305. What do we get to do? We're going up and away a little bit. Well, that's good. There's no inquiries. I like that. There's one little collection account. No problem. So we have our Capital One. I'll show you how to basically reduce that and increase it. And then you have the authorized user, 5,000 American Express. I need to know if you screwed American Express yourself or not. I need to know that as well. You have an Apple card. Wow. Again, what do we do? Let's understand something today. If we play this game correctly, all right, I can get you American Express when you get to the 649. We can get there pretty quick as long as we bring down Capital One, increasing that limit like I showed you on the dashboard earlier today. So let's get you that American Express and all the other pieces, but think about $100,000 of credit plus 2. See, the goal for me is to analyze you and have you work with the specialist or get me on the phone with you. I can get any one of you to millionaire status if you listen and learn. But again, that's why the Reynolds University was established in the first place, is education process. If you like what you hear today, you take a picture, you scan it, and you put a review for me on Google. If you do, if you don't like me, then please leave me alone, please. It's simple. If you want to be invited to other classes, you take a picture, you scan it, and you put the word yes so I can text you or send you an email. We need your permission to do that too. As we play, if you need an office space, we lease 12 feet at a time. So that way it's not considered shared office space. What is our goal? Play and get to the American dream. All right, corporation to legal person, it's right there. I was just lucky I paid attention. It's nice to watch clients out there about laundromats, car wash, and all the blah, 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 but I don't like the thing about credit repair. It bothers me. When they indicted Daniel, $3 million, fine, probably going to put him in prison. That's the credit repair cloud. Again, what do? Federal Trade says it's a fraud, but maybe they're going to help you. Learn what you can do for yourself, please. When people say they're rich, that bothers me because they're not rich. They're puppet masters. Their corporations are rich. The IRS is listening. They might get indicted again, like a couple have already been in the past. Be careful. I don't want you to be a millionaire. I want you to be a millionaire corporation with 9 divisions and 9 lines of credit. That's what makes sense to me. And if there's a problem on a piece, we get rid of the bad piece, we keep the other pieces. Linda's like you. What did she do? She came into my workshop, all right, and basically at the Bonaventure, 1986. She gets into a program called Eagle's Nest. It went worldwide. She spent $2,000 on a card. Cost her $26 a month. What did I do for Linda? I rebuilt her and her husband's credit 142 days. I got him American Express Gold and Platinums, 100,000 of personal, 450,000 of corporate credit. It took a year. Then I got a blueprint loan for him. The blueprint loan on American Express gives you up to 250,000. She wanted to buy the Hyatt Hotel in basically Texas. She did buy it and turned it into Blueprint Apartments, named it after me. But what happens is 200,000 is the down payment. Would you like 3 people at 50,000 or join you in that, all right, opportunity? No, I got this one. Okay, no problem. So what did she do? She took 1 year, 210 days to get to $6.4 million. All right, it cost her 26 bucks a month to get in the program in the first place. So take your picture of Linda today. She'll tell you I made her a millionaire 5 times. I think it's more like 8, but that's okay. See that program she's doing right there? It's a $27 million project, by the way. Today, if we were to get an apartment complex, we would put 6 of us in there with a down payment of $50,000 off of a line of credit. I build you. Borrow money is not taxable. We would each get over $9,000 a month to the division process. If you allow me to do it my way, division, I'm also going to do assignment of mortgage. The assignment of mortgage lets us become the bank for $126,000 a month. You see, you got to realize something today. I make millionaires and billionaires all the time. That apartment complex, they want $3 million bucks. What do? Simple. It's a seller finance. They want 10% down. We get it. We put 4 people there, no problem. After the bills were paid, now we got $13,452. But I'm not done. What do? It's very simple. I actually put 6, I'm sorry. We split D the units assignment of mortgage. That created $76,800 a month. See, it's not the fact you get the piece or the auto income. It's the fact you become the bank. It turns into more money and more notes. We get to play, if you want to talk about Wendy's, storage unit, fourplex, or apartment complex, take that picture there. You see, you can line up yourself to get to the American dream. I'm allowed to set up a dashboard with you, Corp Division, and that'll get us experience trying to do an Equifax right away for those things as well, adding history. I don't need tax ID till I ask for separate billing. Separate billing, so each division uses about 1,000 bucks. 3, 6, 9, 10, 18, 25, what do you need? Again, you take your picture today, you talk to the office and see what they'll do for you. Today, I'm giving them away for $99 each. So 9 for $9.99 practically, it's a giveaway. Why? I don't need a paycheck, I haven't had one for 40 years. You're online with me to say thank you, there's your discount. It's actually at cost. So if you want 9, 18, 36, or 72, there you go. If you Zelle, you save 10%. All right, if you need 100 subdivisions, if you want an apartment complex, you will. It's $4,000 for 100 today. It's a giveaway too. But again, that's your Zelle. That's a now, or call the office at 800-254-9506. The ultimate goal, you might want to get to know me more because I'm going to get to know you. Take a picture, scan it, all right, check out the library on Amazon. You can get all kinds of goodies and books about me too, and we can have some fun. Now, why you want to call? Maybe you want to ask questions. Maybe you want you to analyze you a little bit. Maybe you want me to increase your credit cards on my dashboard for you as well. It's up to you. That call today, instead of $500, is $399. That would be a Zelle situation too. Now, 100,000 credit on you or increase yourself, very simple. What happens is it's usually 10,000 for 100,000, it's 10%. Today it's 5,000, half price. And if you want 200,000, 100,000, you and the corporation, it is $6,999. And it's a Zelle if you want the discount too. From there, that's their Zelle, now. If I was you, I'd be calling the office at 800-254-9506. Work with your specialist. Understand I'm online 6 days a week to help you and hold your hand. But again, I'd like you to be a puppet master. I would like you to allow me to line up in a storage unit, laundromat, or Wendy's, or a Jack in the Box for us. I'd like you to get 25% of it. 1,013 divisions, that's how I play the game for me. But again, I call it boring and steady. Take your picture right there, please. It's right there. What do? Let's create that $100,000 a month. But again, first we start at 5, 10, and by the division process. It's going to be up to you. Your corporation will have a division. It'll be 4A. There'll be a B and a C, and I'll be number 4. I will line it up, do the escrow with you for you, and you will put money in the escrow. I don't ever want that money ever, because I believe most of those things are Ponzi's. But again, what do? You own the piece. You have a certificate of ownership. Now you've created auto income the rest of your life. And your kids can take over your empire when I'm done too. If you want to partner with me at $200,000 of credit, blueprint call, 12 months of coaching, it is $27,000 today. If you don't want the blueprint and you don't want all the goodies and the credit, all right, instead of the $20,000, it is $10,000 today. I only have 2 openings anyway, then I'm sold out. I'm going to use my bank accounts to help you too if you don't have the, ins and outs. In other words, they're like American Express, I want to see 20 to 30 transactions. They want to see 100,000 a month. I have more than that. It's not a problem. It's a Zell today, or you call that office right away. 800-254-9506. If you want us to coach your business, we'll do that. The specialists will actually specialize and they'll customize 3, 6, or 12 months program for you. I'll get you to $1 million to $1 billion if you want. But again, what do? We take the American Express Platinum. If you allow me to pop you a card for you, and you let me exercise the card using my bank accounts too, I can get you up to $250,000. But again, what do? All right, so if we look at the gateway, we log into our American Express, it offers 99 more cards and says Blueprint Loan. Blueprint loans are up to $250. Dave got $240, Carrie got $210. Use this for a franchise or a piece of one, please. What happens is, there it is, up to $250. So what do? We turn them in installment loans. If you don't have the account that shows 30 plus transactions, 100,000 a month, I do. When we partner up, I'll solve your problem for you. Very simple. What happens is that's at Zell. Simple to do, and call the office right away and find out about that too. What do? I charge $5,000 to set up my bank account with your division under my corp. I will charge you 10% when I get you the $250, but I don't charge you till you close an escrow and afford to pay the payment. It wouldn't be good to set you up for a fall. If you want that today, it's very simple. It's an offer only now. It is $19.99 by Zelle only. But again, I'm going to use my accounts for you, with you. If you want to do a fast track simultaneously, I'm going to take one of my corporations and let you be one of my CFOs, and we get another card that way too. So the goal is up to $500,000 of Blueprint loans. But again, that's normally $5,000 too. Today it is $29.99 for the fast track Blueprint loan to line it up. Help me, help you, help other people. Your referrals, you're entitled to 10%. Register them. That way if they buy anything, you get 10% back to you by Zelle, cash, check, or even store credit. At the end of the day, what we want to do is look beyond that curtain every step of the way. If we do that, we're going to do what I want you to do, is stay safe and strong, do our best. Let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal at the end of the day, I hope and I pray you stay safe, you stay strong, and you follow through. I'm here to help you up to 6 days a week. I don't have excuses. I got my first million at 14 and a half, first billion at 21, 2.6 billion, 26. That was going to fat ugly die. 2009, 3.7 billion, but not me. This is all corporate structure. I don't have anything in my name. I'm not dumb enough to do that. So again, you got a choice today. We're going to do our best. God's going to do the rest. And never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.